And live from Peoria, Illinois, it's the Missouri Valley Conference basketball, and we have a good one tonight, folks. It's the I-74 Rivalry Series, Part 2, between the Bradley Braves and your Illinois State Redbirds. As we welcome you into the broadcast tonight, alongside former Bradley assistant basketball coach Christoph Kendrick, I'm Matt McLean. And Christoph, huge game tonight. Two teams playing really good basketball right now. Should be a fun one.
Oh, no doubt. Not only do you have the rivalry aspect, but this is Missouri Valley Conference standings. You're getting ready for the league tournament. This can put you in a good position to get in the NCAA tournament, and nobody's playing better than Illinois State right now, and then Bradley's just been at the top of the league all year long. Yeah, without a doubt. Two teams that have been having a lot of success thanks a lot to their point guards, the guys who are operating the offense, but they're scoring a lot of points, and we start with Illinois State. Yeah, Illinois State's an outstanding team. They've really picked it up ever since that Bradley game, really. They really kind of took off from there. Number 11, Johnny Kitzinger, freshman, 31 points, reigning Missouri Valley Player of the Week last week. He's a guy to look out for. He's really picked it up since he's joined the starting lineup. Yeah, without a doubt. And then with Bradley as well, Duke Dean, we talk about scoring points. He did it in bunches. He did, and he really lifted them in Missouri State this past week. Came out 35 points. Joined the Bradley program single high record, 9 3-pointers, single game record, 9 3-pointers, really lighting it up. When he's scoring like that, Bradley's extremely tough to beat because he brings that extra element that you normally don't have. Without a doubt. And we'll take a look at tonight Toyota's keys to the game as well, Christoph, starting with Illinois State. For Illinois State, they got to protect the point. You know, the first time they played, Bradley scored 40 points in the paint in that blowout win earlier this year. And then, three-point improvement. The last 3 games have been shooting better, 43%, but only 29% on the year. So tonight, if they can keep that up, instead of going to what they've been all year, they'll have a chance. Yeah, and with Bradley, it's all about getting out to a quick start and emphasizing the pace, right? Yeah, for Bradley, you want to get out to a fast start. Let them remember why they beat them so bad last time. If you get out to a quick start, you can start putting doubt in the back of their mind. And then obviously limit second chance points. Illinois State's a team that wants to get the offensive boards. They want to make hustle plays. If Bradley can take those away and make it hard on the Redbirds to score, they'll really have a chance to get this thing up and going. All right, we're wrapping up the starting lineups here at Carver Arena. Christoph, an amazing crowd here on hand tonight. We're expecting over 9,000, which, if that would be the case for the attendance, that would be the biggest attended Bradley Illinois State game at Carver Arena since 2013-14. So should be a fun one here tonight. Oh, it's going to be outstanding. The crowd is, representative of these two fan bases and what basketball in Central Illinois really is. People love it here, and it's great to see this. Great for these student athletes to play in front of it. And it's, the heart of the Missouri Valley Conference right now, right here. It's showing you right here. Without a doubt, we're getting ready for some basketball here at Carver. We'll take a look at the starting lineups tonight. Starting with Illinois State, it's the same lineup they ran the last time out. They haven't had too much continuity in their starting 5 here this season, but Luke Kasugi, Dalton Banks, Johnny Kitzinger, we obviously mentioned him at the start. Player to watch for Illinois State. Has been tremendous since the starting lineup from 5 games ago. He had 22, Kendall Lewis, as well as rounding off the starting lineup will be Miles Foster, a big man inside in terms of offensive rebounds. And on the other side for Bradley, well, it's a lineup that we've seen quite a bit for the Braves. Duke Dean and Connor Hickman, the 2 guards in the backcourt, have been absolutely tremendous this season. The front court, Darius Hanna, Malavi Leons, and then Almar Atlason rounding it off for the Braves. Yeah, I think when you look at this Bradley lineup, you see how it's came together throughout the year. We had the Hickman injury in the middle, and now they've kind of got back, and Bradley's just been on fire. A little bit of a skid mid Evansville there, 2-game losing streak, but this is a lineup that is as good as anyone in the league. Without a doubt, in the 138th meeting between Bradley and Illinois State, underway. BU leading the all-time series 72-65. As you see, Kitzinger gets off to an early start here. Beautiful shot there. They look like they've drawn that up out of the go here. Kitzinger's fouled. Darius Hanna late to get out, and Kitzinger's going to go to the line for 3. No doubt. You said it right there, late to get out. Darius Hanna cannot foul that shot. Remember, jump straight. You're 6'9", 6'10", with a huge wingspan. Make him make that over. Kitzinger, we mentioned at the top, since being inserted into the starting lineup, has really taken off. And this is a guy, as a freshman, coming out of Green Bay area in Wisconsin, was Mr. Basketball in the state of Wisconsin last year, and really a guy who can fill it up in bunches, 85% from the free throw line, and we see him here with the early opportunities. No question about it. If you're Coach Pete, you love to see that progression from a freshman
throughout the year. He had high expectations for him, and he's certainly beaten them.
85% from the free throw line. That's going up there. 3 for 3 to start, and a pretty good beginning here for the Redbirds. See if Bradley can answer on their first possession. Dean with a handoff to Hickman. Hannah kicks it out to Dean for the 3. Bounce it, no good. And there's Kinzinger with the rebound. Kinzinger taking Hickman one-on-one. Left hand goes to the right. No good. Hannah rebound and gets it out to Dean quick. See if Bradley can get something going early in the shot clock. Dean over to Hickman to Leons. And the defense kind of sags off. Yep. Malavi says, all right, I'll shoot that one. No good. And here come the Redbirds. Bradley 0 for 2 to start.
We saw that on the first one as well. Darius Hannah slipped that ball screen. And right there, Illinois State was just kind of waiting on him, his own man.
And they got this matchup is going to be fun to watch all night. Foster and Hannah in the post. A quick double. They got a little bit of mismatch as well with Hickman rotating over. Good ball movement from the Redbirds, but sloppy pass going to go for a turnover. And we're going to introduce you to the third member of our staff tonight. We're going to the sidelines for Luke Kocher.
Hey guys, great to be here with you tonight. You guys talked about the starting lineup when it started here tonight. 9 different starting lineups this season for Illinois State. And this one guy has started every game. Dalton Banks, only player with every start this season. But 10 different players have started this season for the Redbirds. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Luke. We'll check back in with you later as well. And we talked about that continuity from Illinois State. It seems like they've found a little bit of it here in the last 3 games during this winning streak. The offense has really come to life. You see Poindexter getting in the lane. Nice fadeaway in the lane. Jumper is good. Nice start here for Illinois State.
No doubt. That's an extremely tough shot to make over the outstretched arms of Malavi Leons. We've seen Bradley take 3 3-pointers. You mentioned make that 4. Illinois State's defense being sagged in. I think we know what the game plan is tonight for the Redbirds.
Yeah, without a doubt, that's one of those shots within the Bradley offense. You want Duke Dean taking that if you're open, but early in the shot clock, maybe you can get a little bit of a better look, especially when you've gone over in your opening possessions. And ISU's trying to make them pay again. Double down in the post on Foster. Dribbles it out. Double comes again by Atlason. They got him open in the corner, trying to skip to Kinzinger, and Atlason is late to adjust. They're going to call a foul here on the near sideline. They're going to get Atlason late to recover.
And that's just a tough break for Bradley right there. It's kind of a loose ball. Ball got tipped. It was kind of 50-50, and Atlason ran into a smaller guy and paid the price for it.
Absolutely. Not much you can do about that one. Just a hustle play. And Kinzinger is going to be thinking about that one for maybe a couple possessions. Shot clock reset to 20 out of the out of bounds. Foster looking down low for Lewis. Instead, out to Poindexter, taking Hickman one-on-one into the lane. Kick it out, Kinzinger. Nice shot fake. Poindexter for 3 from the wing, no good. And Hickman comes down with the board. Hickman in the post, down to Hannah. Got a little bit of a mismatch. Instead, out to Hickman. Whip it to the wing. In the corner, it's Atlason. Back around the bend. Nice ball movement here from Bradley. See if they can come up with something with 10 on the clock. Hickman down the lane. A little bit of contact. Flips it up and in off the backboard.
And it wasn't a bad job of defense by Kinzinger there. Hickman just so skilled. He's got a great upper body strength. He's able to get his body into him and score on the smaller Kinzinger. Great job by Connor Hickman noticing the mismatch there.
So Bradley goes scoreless for the first 3 minutes of the ball game. Gets their first field goal. Illinois State looking for an answer. Foster going to step out of bounds. Going to be a turnover. Ball going back to the Braves.
And I thought he traveled first. They eventually got him for that turnover, but so Bradley fans here in the staff thought it was a walk. We take a look at it here.
Yeah, they're going to get Foster on the stepping out of bounds there. Christian Davis checks in for his first action tonight. Elmar Atlason goes to the bench. Bradley looking for a 3-ball to potentially tie this thing up early, but instead Duke Dean's pass deflected off the hands of Christian Davis in the corner. And a turnover for Bradley. Darius Hannah going to go to the bench here. Connor Linke getting himself into the lineup. And Christoph, we saw Connor Linke inserted into the Missouri State game last time out for Bradley and had a really nice 5 or 6 minutes for the Braves in that victory.
Well, and sometimes, you know, guys have earned minutes in practice. He's a veteran of the program. He knows what's expected, and he's going to come out and give you what he's got.
A nice little 2-man game there for the Redbirds, working a little screen and roll to get the roll going to the paint. And it looks like Lewis is going to go to the line for 2 after the foul. Get another look at this one.
Little stop here, but Matt, you talked about it, that kind of naked side screen and roll. We have three guys opposite the ball, and it's just a two-man game is what it is, essentially. And Illinois State was able to take advantage of it, get to the free throw line. Now the question is, can they make the free throws?
Yeah, Illinois State comes into the game just a tad under 71% from the free throw line. Kendall Lewis, 71% free throw shooter, misses the first, second is good. And Illinois State out to a 6-2 lead here early on, Christoph. What have you seen from the Redbirds on the defensive side of the floor that's really kind of got Bradley struggling early on?
Well, they're locked in on their assignments defensively. They know personnel. They know exactly what they want to do, and that's give up the free ball just like that one right there. As we've seen Bradley shoot 5 or 6 now, semi-contested threes. They don't want the Braves to get in the paint and create or score their own.
Yeah, that was Davis bouncing no good on the three. ISU turned to have a chance at the offense. Now Banks goes down the lane. Hickman stays with it, blocked. And Linky picks it up. The Braves have numbers if they're quick here.
Great timing by Connor.
Absolutely great block by Hickman. And makes the unselfish pass to Leons for three. No good. Bradley, it just seems like there's a lid on the hoop down here on the behind the arc shots.
No question, and that'll obviously change. You know, they keep getting open looks like that one. That was a good three in transition, wide open. That'll fall.
ISU moves it around the bend. They like this matchup here with Foster. They run a lot of the offense through him inside out. Great skip pass at the corner to Banks. Kinzinger just 7 to shoot. Banks is going to make something happen here from the wing. Three ball no good. Hickman the rebound. Linky sets the screen. Hickman going downhill. Comes back out. And getting their offensive flow here. Go high post to Linky, looking back door, nobody there. Dean coming off the screen. We got a little bit of a switch here now. Dean looking to go inside, instead takes Foster off the dribble. And he's stuck. Goes for Linky. Great job by Kinzinger getting on the floor. And they're gonna call jump ball.
Great possession by Illinois State. Everyone stayed home. No one panicked. They're keeping their assignments. And so far in the first 5 minutes, it's got them an early lead.
And coming out of this timeout, you get a look at the Bradley huddle there, but the guy in the middle is Duke Dean. Has been on fire here recently, and Christoph, the last timeout against Missouri State, a historic night for Duke Dean.
Yeah, you know, when you're a player like him and you're relied upon to score the basketball and you get opportunities like that, there's going to be nights where you have a chance to do something like that, and he took full advantage. And this is the kind of player they expected when they brought him in. He's been consistent the 2 years he's been here, and he's just been a tremendous player. It's good to see him have a game like that that really pays off and put him in the Bradley history books.
Yeah, and you saw pregame a nice moment between Coach Brian Wardle and Duke Dean getting his honorary basketball, recognizing him as a 1,000-point scorer. And I mean, 9 for 12 from behind the arc, and there were some uncontested shots. Even got a little mid-range game going as well too. It wasn't just threes that he was making, but the all-time arena record for Missouri State down there, the Southern Bank Arena as well too, with 35 points. And really, you know, we talked to Coach Wardle before the game, and he said, yeah, we're proud of Duke Dean and the way he's scored the basketball, but he's really made strides as an overall point guard. His assist-to-turnover ratio is second in the league, and he's just become a really great leader as well.
No question about it. He's a tremendous kid and certainly a tremendous student athlete in every sense of the word.
Yeah, coming out of that timeout, Bradley draws up a nice play. Christian Davis is 3, unable to go. Bradley is 0 for 7 from behind the arc to start the ball game. And Illinois State looking to take advantage of that slow start now. Poindexter with 10 operating, left-hand dribble into the lane. Fadeaway, looks good, is good. Malachi Poindexter, a great start here for ISU. He's got a couple buckets.
And that's 2 tough shots he's hit over long defenders off the dribble already. Bradley's going to live with that. If they're going to make those all night to beat you, you know, you'll tip your cap.
Without a doubt, the Redbirds out to an 8-2 advantage here. See if Bradley can come up with an answer. They got a nice flare outside for Hickman. Instead go inside to Linky. Dean off the dribble. No good. Bradley really struggling on offense.
And the lid remains on.
Poindexter over to Kinzinger. Looking inside, instead over to Barnes in the corner. Lewis, look down low to Miles Foster. Nice shot fake. Uses the backboard, and a beautiful finish there for Miles Foster.
Great job by Foster getting the step on Connor Link there. Got the angle, went up, reversed it so he couldn't block it. Very nice play.
Bradley in dire need of an answer here. Linky off the dribble. Gonna get to Hickman. operating with 12. Step back three from the wing. Bounce it off the backboard. And sometimes that's what you need to get going.
That'll get you going. Probably the toughest three Bradley's had to take all night, and that's the one that went in. But a three Connor Hickman can make because he's a very good player, as we know.
Without a doubt. Banks looks for Lewis. Back to Banks. Gets it outside to Poindexter. Looked inside to Foster once again. They're going to like this matchup with Linky. Give him an opportunity to go one-on-one. The double comes. Great ball movement. Banks dribble drive in the paint. Very patient. Just 2 to shoot now. Lewis gets it off. High off glass. And how about that possession, Bradley? 29 seconds of tremendous defense, but ISU throws one in at the last second.
Yeah, good job getting position on Linky there. It still made it a tough shot, but knocked it in.
Duke Dean responds with the mid-range jumper at the free throw line, asking for a foul as well. But now Bradley with back-to-back possessions with a bucket offensively and looking for a stop. Foster looking for Kinzinger and says takes Linky one-on-one. Looked like he got away with the travel momentarily, but referee on the far side calls him for the turnover.
Yeah, he couldn't fool him on that one. But Bradley, they've done a good job holding on defensively while they went through that early game rut. But still, it's only a 5-point game here. But 2 of the last 3 shots have fallen, and let's see if Bradley can capitalize on this. Now a little bit more of a offensive-centric lineup in for the Braves as well.
Yeah, Demarion Birch coming in, the freshman. Excellent flashes from him this season. Illinois State responds with Johnny Davis coming in as well, too, so getting some of those reserves in. Nice bounce pass by Birch, and there's the kaboom. Nice pass to Darius, handed a two-handed flush.
Well, Matt, you said it. Demarion Birch has shown these flashes throughout the year. I think he's going to be a very good player. Another point guard from Wisconsin, guarding each other here between him and Kinzinger. You're going to see this battle for the next 4 years.
Yeah, and Birch is kind of an instant offense. Great guy going downhill, but made a great pass there. And it looks like Kinzinger tries to get an answer. The little battle of Wisconsin. We're going to get the ball tipped out of bounds. Bradley gets a stop. And Bradley's offense a little bit slow to wake up here, but getting into the flow of the game. ISU off to a great start. We're getting off to a good one here at Carver Arena. Illinois State with a 12-9 lead over Bradley. It's been that offense.
Oh, no question about it. 82 points per game. Season average was 67.3, so 15 more points a game is going to make a difference. Yeah, the defensive average fell a little bit, but they're playing more up-tempo, playing with more confidence on offense, so that's going to happen. And they've out-rebounded their opponents 108-90, which is a key we talked about before the game, keeping ISU off the offensive glass. That leads to extra points both ways because you're taking points away, but you're getting more points, at least chances at more points with offensive boards.
Yeah, without a doubt. And you see season average shooting 29% from behind the arc. And that 3-game winning streak, 43%. So you see a lot of the improvements on the offensive side of the basketball. A lot of it has been the influence of freshman Johnny Kinzinger coming into the starting lineup, but Malachi Poindexter's been great. They've been working inside out on their offense, distributing a lot of the basketball inside, working inside out, and we've seen a lot of success from the Redbirds in the last several games because of that.
No doubt, and that's probably why we have a crowd of 9,000 tonight, because this is definitely this has definitely been a great game thus far and kind of what we've been expecting.
That was one of those moments we've said many a times. That was Darius Hannah choosing violence.
Yes.
And you see on the replay right here, Kendall Lewis gets up with him as well. Looks like he gets some of the ball, but gets the man as well. Darius Hannah going to go to the line for 2, and he's had some just posterizing highlight reel dunks in his career with the Braves.
Oh, no question about it. That's one of those dunks that, to block that clean, you got to be one heck of an athlete. And they're probably pretty tall, too.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. It's a lot of athleticism there from Lewis. You see Darius Hannah bounce the first one off. Hannah comes into the game 63% from the free throw line. You see substitution coming in for the Redbirds. Going to see the first look of Chase Walker off the bench. It's been a really good spark plug for the Redbirds this season. And Darius Hannah knocks down the second free throw.
And we're going to see a little bit of Bradley's token pressure here.
And three-quarter court pressure here from the Braves. ISU gets through it, ahead to Foster. We're going to reset now with 19 to go, get it to Kinzinger, set up the offense. But that's the whole point, right, Christoph?
Yes.
Milk some of that clock, give them something different to look at, and see how the Redbirds react.
No, Matt, you're exactly right. You're dead on it. Make them start their offense later, give them a different look, throw them off a little bit.
Kinzinger outside to Kasuki, no good, and there's Walker sticking with it. in the lane. Great second chance opportunity there for the Redbirds and put back in for Chase Walker.
What a great job by him keeping his balance. It was a tough rebound to get, and then amongst those Bradley trees down there, kept his balance, kept the basketball up, and went up and finished.
Now it's Bradley's turn. Skip outside to Davis. 3-ball, no good. Birch down there fighting for it. But Foster able to gather, get it ahead to Kinzinger. Outside to Kasuki. Rotated around, Davis, Kinzinger. High post, Foster looking for a little high-low down with Walker. Instead, outside, Johnny Davis. 3-ball, no good. Birch goes up, tips it to Hickman. Bradley coming the other way. Hickman scanning, Birch, 3-ball, wide open from the wing, and it's good. Bradley needed that one there. Second 3-pointer of the night. 2 for 9 from behind the arc now, and Demarion Birch gets him going.
And there's the what we talked about off the bench, what he can bring to the team. He brings that offensive spurt. A 3 for him is, almost extra added on. As you talked about him, how well he gets downhill. When he's making those, he's really hard to guard.
Yeah, and Birch, it's something that he's really worked on a lot this season, is that 3-point prowess. And has been excellent defensively right there. You see him stop the ball against Kinzinger. They move the ball inside, get down to Foster, sticks with it. He's got to shoot, 1 to shoot. Gets it up, keeps it fighting. Man, 3 seconds in the lane seems like it. It's like 30 seconds in the lane there. Great battle for both sides. Sticking with that one. Foster about 5 chances.
Man.
You got to give Bradley a lot of credit. No fouls and stick with it.
Good job on both ends right there. Offensively sticking with it, going up and trying to finish as we look at it here. But then even better job by Bradley not fouling there with all the trees in the lane.
After all that hoopla, a couple offensive rebounds, and it's going to stay with the Redbirds. So a chance at an extended possession here. Get a couple subs coming in, including Poindexter checks back in for the Redbirds, who got off to that quick start with 4 points. Looking inside for Walker, had Davis on the back hip. Davis sticks with it, strips it out. And the Redbirds reset. Out top to Poindexter. Kicks it out, Davis, 3-ball this time. No good. Linky gets his hands on it, but there's Walker again. Great hustle by both squads. Gonna come up with a foul though.
Yeah, loose ball foul right there. On Walker. He's been playing his butt off, man.
Absolutely.
He's been extremely physical, extremely aggressive, both in going for rebounds and in his ability, or should I say, his intensity to want to score the basketball. So Bradley's going to have to meet that to match up with Walker here tonight.
Bradley has found themselves in some extreme deficits this season. We talk about weathering storms and the experience. I mean, a 22-point comeback at Southern Illinois. And we talked about the slow start. You look up at the scoreboard, they're only down 1 right now. You see Bradley would take that as a positive. And the offense just starting to click a little bit now. Dean looks for Linky in the lane, spin it, left-hand hook shot, looks good, and it's a beautiful move. Connor Linky, we talked about his minutes off the bench at Missouri State. He gets rewarded with that success and an early bucket for Linky.
No question, did a great job getting inside position there. Middle of the lane, goes over, he's a lefty, goes over his right shoulder right there. That feels just like home to him.
And a nice switch there, Birch. Linky's late to rotate back. Walker misses it. Linky sticks with it, and Walker's hustle once again. Another opportunity for the Redbirds.
Walker's everywhere, as we talked about earlier. There he is again.
And Kasuki keeps that one alive. Great pass. Davis down low is going to score it. A beautiful pass by Dalton Banks.
And Matt, we talked about it pregame. Keep them off the offensive glass. They're killing them on it right now. Coach Wardle made a point of that to the team before the game, and I can tell you this media timeout coming up, he's going to remind them.
And that's the 5th offensive rebound for the Redbirds. This time it's a second chance opportunity. They score it. Duke Dean knocks down the jumper. The little 17-footer fadeaway is good for Duke. His second field goal of the game, 4 points for Dean. Redbirds up top, it's Kasuki. Banks to Walker. Get it out to Poindexter. Off the screen and roll. Gonna keep it. It's Poindexter in the lane. No good. And Linky skies for the rebound. Brian Wardle loves that. I mean, he's been asking for guys to rebound all season. He puts in Connor Linky, and he does it exactly what he wanted, keeping Walker off the glass on that opportunity. And Bradley, with a nice little 4-minute segment there, gains their first lead of the ball game. It's 17-16 over the Redbirds and watching the Valley on ESPN. Welcome back to Carver Arena. We're going to go down to our third member of our team, and Luke Kocher with some details on Duke Deen.
Hey guys, talking about Duke Deen and his three-pointers he had. Obviously the Bradley all-time record with 9 three-pointers against Missouri State. Also the second most in MVC play all-time. Also the arena record down in Springfield. For the 35 points he had, most since 2003. Most field goals made since 2016 with 13. And that was his second 30-point game this season and his Bradley career. And that ties 7 in the Bradley record book, along with Bradley coach Darryl Brown. Back to you guys.
Yeah, a couple of good guards right there. Christoph, you know all about
That's
DV.
Right. That's right. Very similar guards in how they play.
Without a
Size
doubt.
and how they score, too.
Yeah, and two great leaders. You see Deen going downhill right here. Gets the bunny. No good. Off the glass. Looked like Connor Linke, the last touch on that one, trying to keep it alive. Putting a bow on Duke Deen, though, tonight. He's got a couple of baskets and has kind of done a little bit of everything for Bradley this season. And you see right here, just coming up a little short in the paint. Redbirds looking to regain a lead here with the field goal. And going downhill, skip to the corner. And Poindexter trying to take Malavi Leons off the dribble drive. And the reigning defensive player of the year says, no, sir. Lewis works the baseline. He's got 3 Braves on him. Kick it out, Poindexter. Nice shot fake. Close out Leons. And bounce it no good. And Linke with yet another rebound for the Braves.
Spark off the bench, Matt. You talked about it early in the game, how he did it at Missouri State. He's doing it again tonight on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, that's 4 rebounds for Linke in just over 6 minutes of play. You see Connor Hickman come up short on that jump shot. Kick it outside. Davis. Dribble drive off of Deen. Stop, pop, mid-range jumper is good.
Great recovery by Duke Deen there on that kick out, but then he gave up the middle a little bit, just got a little off balance on his closeout, and Davis was able to take advantage.
And Bradley kicks it out to Hickman. Looking. Linke high post. And out to Deen. Ball screen. 8 to shoot now for the Braves. They get a post touch to Lance. Got a little bit of a mismatch. Beautiful spin move. Going to call a foul here off the spin. Going to get Foster. Excuse me. That's going to be number 3, Banks, on the foul, coming to help. You see inside here, Lance got the position.
Yep.
Just too quick.
And Banks, being an undersized guy, you can hear Coach Wardle over there yelling, throw the ball inside, throw the ball inside. Got the mismatch they wanted. Was able to take advantage of it and draw a foul.
And the Redbirds have done a great job on Malavi Leons here early. He got an early foul, and back into the game now. Leons yet to score. A prolific score of 14 points per game, and really has flashes throughout the season where, you know, it's kind of like this game. He'll be scoreless, got a couple of points, and then he just takes over games. You can see Bradley starting to try to emphasize that to get Leons involved.
No question about it. He's just drawn 2 fouls right there while I was saying that here in the last 10 seconds. So if he keep that up, get these guys in foul trouble, get the Braves to the line quicker, that's always an added positive.
A nice play out of the baseline, out of bounds there. Hickman unable to knock down the open 3. And here come the Redbirds. Banks down low. Beautiful pass to Foster. Doesn't even come down with it. Great job there to get the shot up, but misses it. And here come the Braves. Deen operating. Leon's back door, unable to get it to him. They recycle it. They got Kinzinger on him. Instead, kick it back out to Hickman. Into the corner for Hannah. Nice little give and go, but Hickman unable to get it to go off the glass.
Good talk on the give and go right there. Good pass by Darius Hannah. Connor just go up and finish that one.
You see the Redbirds really working this high-low. Some old school basketball you see between Foster and Lewis.
Yeah, twice in a row now they got a mismatch down there with a smaller guy and a bigger guy, and they've gone straight to it with no hesitation.
Yeah, great recognition there from Coach Peden saying, hey, we got to look out for this one. And the Redbirds get an easy bucket. Hannah guarded by Banks. Instead finds Leons, and that's 3 quick fouls that Leons has drawn here in the past minute and a half.
It's kept this game low scoring, that's for sure. Bradley's won different games this year where they've scored a lot of points to do it, or they've grinded out wins, which is Coach Wardle, that's his DNA. That's what he's done throughout his career. So Bradley's going to be comfortable in any kind of style of game, whether this scoring picks up or whether this pace kind of stays the same.
Yeah, Brian Wardle certainly does not mind a defensive slugfest, that's for sure. But the Bradley offense has been dynamic this year, and a large part of that has been Demarion Burge, and unable to get that one to go. Loose ball out of bounds, going to stick with Bradley with 14 to shoot.
And let's see what the Braves come up with here. Coach Wardle's called some great plays out of timeouts and out of loose ball situations here, or dead ball situations, I should say here. But some of the threes just haven't fallen. 13 left in the clock here. Let's see what the Braves come up with.
And look to give Duke Diener a ball screen. Goes to the left, dribbles back to the right, crossover dribble into the lane. He's got to shoot, fade away, bounce it. It's good. Duke Diener gets the friendly bounce.
Very well defended by Illinois State on that. But sometimes a good player is just going to be able to score, and that was the case right there.
Yeah, absolutely. And Illinois State now works it to the outside with a 1-point lead. Operating Banks going to get a loose ball foul here on Birch reaching in. That's Bradley's fourth. ISU with 6 fouls. We got a little bit of a defensive slugfest here. 4 minutes left in the first half. Illinois State with a slim lead over the Bradley Braves. The Valley on ESPN. The second year under his control here with Illinois State. And he's really got these guys playing hard here late in the season.
Yes, he does, and that's what you love to see, especially early in your tenure. It's only his second season. Had a pretty good year his first year, but then he comes out this year, a lot of new faces, a little bit of struggles early, but as that season continues on, you get your guys playing better, especially your young guys, and it leads to W's on the left side of the column there.
Yeah, without a doubt. And you talk about trying to build a program, building some momentum. A 3-game winning streak at 8-9 in the Valley. And 3 games ago, they knocked off a top 25 opponent. They go on the road to Terre Haute, knock off Indiana State, ranked 23rd in the country. And really kind of just a premier win for your program to generate some buzz, get your guys excited. You can feel things moving in the right direction.
No question about it. And that, like you said, a premier win, that's something you can really hang your hat on and build on for the next season. But I feel like the Redbirds think that they still got a lot of basketball left to play this year.
Yeah, without a doubt. A scary team. And we'll look into some of the permutations of the Missouri Valley Conference tournament coming up here at halftime. As you see the second foul here on Darius Hanna. He's going to go to the bench. Linky returns to the action for the Braves. ISU with a 20-19 lead here. Final 3:45 of the first half in Peoria. Kinzinger out top to Lewis. Switch it to Davis. Back to Kinzinger. Extra pass into the corner for the open three. No good. Lewis had position. Birch keeps it alive. Loose ball everywhere. It's going to end up with Connor Linky.
Oh, a lot of physicality on that play. Guys fighting, getting after it. You love to see that in any game, especially a rivalry game like this.
And both teams struggling from long distance. Christian Davis trying to change that. No good. That's 2 for 12 now from behind the arc for Bradley. Illinois State 0 for 8. So both teams really struggling to find their touch from behind the arc. You see a turnover. Kinzinger throws it away, and the Braves come with numbers in the corner to Birch. Shot fake. Good defense there from Poindexter. Going to recycle it out to Linky. 18 seconds to operate for the Braves. Nice slip from Dean, unable to get it to him. Leon's off the drive. Looking for help. Now 8 to shoot for the Braves. Duke Dean going to go one-on-one here. He's got the switch on Lewis. Out to the wing. Malavi Leon's no good. Linky keeps the play alive. Knocked away by the Redbirds, going to stay here with the Braves.
And you see the majority of that possession was kept on the right side of the court in front of the Redbird bench here. That's just not moving the ball. The defense doesn't have to move too much or react. Coach Wardle's going to address that with the guys. That ball needs to be popping, going both sides. So the defense has to react, play better in order to stop you. Otherwise, you're easy to defend.
And Christoph, that's what we've seen from the Braves this season. Is when they're really gelling on offense, you're seeing a lot of assists in terms of the percentage of made field goals. And they've really excelled in that this season. But on the opposite end, Demarion Birch gets the offense going, and the Braves keep that play alive. Great hustle of Malavi Leons. And those are the little things that you'll see him do. Don't show up in the stat books that often, but keeping that play alive, and a loose ball foul is going to get a chance to go to the line for 1 in the bonus.
Absolutely, and he's drawn 4 of those now, so he's responsible for this. So it's fitting that he's earned the right to shoot the first 1-and-1. But no, that's a great point. When you're scoring off assists, it shows the balance in your team, it shows the unselfishness in your team, and it shows you're a well-coached basketball team.
And Leons misses the front end of the 1-and-1, a 75% free throw shooter. And that's going to leave 2 potential points off the board for the Braves, and ISU gets an opportunity here to extend their lead. Poindexter in the paint. We've seen a couple of really nice mid-range jumpers instead. Inside to Foster, and there's Leons. The reigning defensive player of the year comes up with the steal.
Those long arms, man, those are tough. When you don't see it every day, it makes it very tough to adjust to in the game.
Birch operating, getting downhill, kicks it out to Hickman. Recycle it back to Birch, looking inside. Instead, dribbles off 3 guys, and here comes Lewis, the help side D, and gets the steal. Redbirds in transition. Kick it out top to Lewis. Stop and pop mid-range bunny, no good. And it looks like knocked out of bounds by the Redbirds. Gonna go back to the Braves.
I thought that was going to be Illinois State ball coming out there. You saw him clear out. Three Bradley players to get a look at it here.
Hickman, Linky, Foster all involved there. The referees say going back to the Braves.
Foster touched it last, apparently, but.
And a crucial 90 seconds here for both of these squads heading into halftime. Somebody can get out to a bigger lead here. Hickman's going to say, how about Bradley? 3-ball bounce it, no good. Nice box out by Banks, keeping Leons off the glass. And the Redbirds going to get possession.
And Hickman looked like he rushed out a little bit. He was off balance, faded to his right on the shot. Obviously, the play was going that way. But right now, when you're pressing the shooting and scoring.
Nice drive down the paint, going to dish it off. Davis to Foster, draws the foul. And they're going to get Connor Linky with the reach in.
And these bruising bigs for Illinois State, I mean, they just do not back down. I thought it was a good defensive play by Link originally. He might have been inside the restricted area there, but Foster just gets up, physical, throws his body into him, draws the foul.
Miles Foster, a guy that gets to the free throw line a lot. And you can see why, talking about that physicality, Christoph. He's a bruiser inside. Him and Lewis kind of wear teams down. Foster knocks down the first free throw. It comes into the game shooting 60% from the line, but leads the team in free throw attempts. So really a guy who, if you need a bucket, you need to kind of slow the pace down, get it to Foster, get him to the free throw line, and he makes 1 or 2 this time.
No, great point there, Matt. I mean, this is the Illinois State team that, you know, with only 21 points, they got to be happy that they're up 2, but it shows the hard work they've put in on the defensive side of the ball this year. It's starting to really, really bear its fruits.
Without a doubt, and late to rotate off the switch there defensively is Kinzinger. Dean, the 3-ball, that's a shot we see him make all the time, including last time out against Missouri State, just unable to get it to go. See if ISU wants to get a quick 2-for-1. Poindexter down the lane, stop, pop. We've seen him make a couple of those, and now Bradley may have numbers if they're hurt, if they quick. Kick it out to Atlason. Down low, Leons. And one of those 50-50s, momentum maybe took him away from a travel, but instead they're going to get the reach in on Kinzinger before the steps. Nice job, Atlason, finding the streaking Leons down the lane. An opportunity for Mal to go to the free throw line for 2 this time.
No, great look by Atlason there, finding the cut Mal by Leons and see if he can put these 2 in here.
Leons yet to score this evening. Gets into the scorebook with that one. Gonna have a second chance here now for another free throw. 1 in the hopper potentially would tie it for the Braves here with under 30 seconds going into halftime. It's good. ISU's going to get a quick substitution here. Kasuki coming in for Davis. And neither team has used their use it or lose it timeout here in the first half. So we'll see if Coach Peden elects to let his guys play here, or are they going to get a quick timeout. See Bradley get their 3/4 court pressure up.
And a good call by Coach Wardle here. Probably disrupts what they wanted to do initially out of a set play. Coach Pete switches it up. You can see him right in front of us. He's calling something different. Looks like it might be some high ball screen action here at the end of the half.
No foul to give for the Braves here. So Banks operates with 5 outside to Kinzinger on the wing. Looks to drive on Dean. 2 to shoot. Fade away. Tough shot. Kasuki keeps it alive, but no time left on the clock. And what do you know, Christoph? A defensive battle in the first half. ISU out to a great start, but Bradley kind of fights back a little bit. We get 21-21 tie here, and both teams playing really, really tough. As Luke Kocher, our 3rd member of our team, is going to be joined by Coach Ryden Peden in the sideline here. We're going to send it down to Luke here in just a moment. A 21-21 tie. And here's Luke Kocher with Coach Peden.
Hey, Coach, 21 rebounds in the first half. How do you kind of contain Bradley's offense with that?
Yeah, they're long. Bradley's very long. They've got a front line of a high major team, so we got to hit more on the glass. We need to make a shot or 2. We're not going to go on the road and beat any good team if we don't hit a shot or two. And we got to finish better inside. So a couple things agitating me right now, but we got to make adjustments. Tie game on the road, and I don't know that we've played great, but we got to continue to make some changes here and be better in the second half.
What will your message be in the halftime locker room?
Yeah, we got to make some adjustments. We got to be better. We got to finish better. We got to rebound better down here. I thought late in the second half we allowed a lot of 50-50 balls to go their way. And with Bradley, you got to hit them. Like if you get into a jumping contest with these guys, they're going to win those. So we got to be more physical. And we did some good things. We just got to be a little bit better in the second half if we want to win on the road.
Thank you, Coach. Appreciate it.
All right, thanks, Coach Pete, and thanks, Luke. Maybe the quote of the year right there. A couple of things agitate me. Both coaches probably feel that way. A 21-21 game here at Carver. It's the I-74 rivalry tied at 21-21 between Bradley and Illinois State. We got a really good game here brewing with 20 minutes to go. Christoph going to hop in and look a little bit at the MVC standings and how things stand here with 3 games left. And obviously everybody jousting for top 4 position to get that first round bye in the Missouri Valley Conference tournament coming up in a couple of weeks. Right now Bradley sitting in 3rd, ISU in 7th. Both teams still technically mathematical chance to finish in the top 4. Everything coming down to these last 3 games though.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, the end of the season's always a brutal. One game can make all the difference in the world. You see the kind of jam in the middle of the league right there. All the way, from SIU down to Missouri State. Bradley, win this game tonight. You want to avoid getting there as much as possible. Stay in that 2nd, 3rd position right there.
Absolutely. When we take a look at the projected Missouri Valley Conference tournament bracket as it stands right now, Bradley in that 3 seed, ISU in that 7 seed, and what is so crucial is avoiding playing Thursday, so you don't have to play 4 games in 4 nights.
No question about it. I mean, I remember that year when I was here, we won the Valley tournament, and Valpo kind of had a miracle run, made it all the way to us. And certainly, no disrespect to what we did, as I thought our staff and our team did a great job. But Valpo kind of ran out of gas there in the second half against us. We were more fresh, and we were able to kind of put it on them to win that championship.
So with the experience of coaching in a situation like that, you're playing 3 games in 3 days. I'm not even talking about the 4 games in 4 days. I mean, like, how imperative is it if you're Bradley right now, any of the top 4 seeds, to make sure you solidify that first round bye?
Well, it depends who you talk to. But there's a general consensus that first game, especially in mid-major basketball, can always be your toughest. So there's a bit of an advantage, I would say, early if you do play a first-round game. But if you're the higher seed, you just got to adjust quicker, get around to it, win that game, that you can kind of go from there. Yeah,
without a doubt. And obviously, Bradley, a team that's won this tournament twice in the last 5 years, and all that's held up by Coach Brian Wardle, the leader of the program. And Coach Wardle is gracious enough to give us a few minutes right now down in the sidelines. We're going to toss it to Luke Kocher.
Thank you, guys. Here with Coach Wardle. Wardle, what was your message to the guys in the locker room?
Keep guarding. You got to clean up. You got to be a little bit smarter defensively because there's a lid on the rim for us. But, we were raining icicles that half, and I'm happy to be tied. We just got to keep guarding, rebounding, get out and run, and try to find some easy ones and get our rhythm.
The rebounds are something that they're doing better than you right now. What can you do to kind of get back at them in this half?
Just got to keep blocking out, gain rebound. Thanks.
Thank you. Back to you, Matt.
All right, thanks, Luke. Thanks, Coach Wardle. As final seconds here before the second half tip-off, and Christoph, we hear what Coach Wardle has to say, shooting icicles in the first half. He knows his team, if they keep getting these quality looks, to kind of get the regression to the mean, rather, to kind of get those looks to go in. I mean, 2 for 15 from behind the three-point arc when they've been open looks. You're going to tell them to keep shooting.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the keys of the games we talked about for Illinois State, keep Bradley away, keep them out of the paint. Bradley had 8 points in the paint in the first half. That's an outstanding job by them. They kind of sagged off, forced Bradley to make threes, and the real open looks Bradley got, they didn't make either. So as we get to the second half, keep getting downhill, throw the ball in the post, play inside out, play Bradley basketball, and I think you'll see those looks fall.
Without a doubt. And, we've heard from both coaches, both saying, hey, we're not too happy with how the first half went off. But guess what? It's 0-0, 20 minutes to play. It's the I-74 rivalry game. ISU hungry to get a victory in this rivalry after losing the opening game of this series by 13 at Redbird Arena.
No doubt. And they've showed no signs of intimidation. They've came out. They've been ready to play from the get-go. Great job by Coach Pete and his staff. But great job by these kids as well. They've held on. They've done exactly what they're supposed to do the first 20 minutes of the game defensively. Let's see if they can do that for another 20.
That's right, Christoph. 20 minutes to go here. Bradley is going to start with the basketball and see if they can get just their second lead of the game. Led 17-16 late in the first half. ISU with a nice little response. Get this thing into halftime tied up. Great set out of the break. Almar Allison, and the lid stays on this side of the court as well, too. Allison's three unable to go.
And a great play call and a great look from a guy who can make those and has made them all year long. So the shooting woes continue early.
Banks, a little two-man game with Foster. Gets underneath. Looking for a teammate. The pass bounced out of bounds. Off of Bradley, going to stick with the Redbirds. 16 to shoot.
Good backside by rotation there by the Braves to mess that play up as no one was home.
A nice little two-man game here up the inbounds. Banks instead skips to Kinziger. Poindexter in the corner. Got a post touch to Foster. Just 5 to shoot. Banks off the screen. And Kinziger's gonna have to put it up. Baseline fadeaway. It's good. A beautiful shot. 29 seconds of good defense by Bradley and a great shot by Kinziger.
No question about it, man. A really good shot.
Kinziger out guarding Dean. In the corner to Atlason. And out to Hannah. He's got a little bit of a mismatch here with Banks. Instead, looking for a foul. And Hannah just says, all right, if it's going to be that easy, I'm going to take it in and lay it in.
And the referees have been consistent with letting these guys play tonight. I think they've done a good job letting this game be physical, as it should be.
Banks operating, dribble drive to the left, kick it out to Kinziger. Inside Foster's got Hickman on him. This is a matchup he would like. A left-hand hook, no good. Lewis keeps it alive. Looking for a smart play, bouncing off Hannah. But instead, kicks away, and now here comes Bradley. Dean, downhill, mid-range jumper is good. Hitting the back by Kinziger as well. He's asking for the foul.
And we see him, he's so dangerous off that pick and roll at the top of the, when he gets in the middle right there and he can get that mid-range jump shot. He's very dangerous, very good at making those. And I think he's feels like he's been robbed of 2 points tonight without those fouls.
Banks going downhill to Lewis. The beautiful play there. Great pass, Dalton Banks, to find a streaking Lewis down the lane for the easy bucket.
Well said. Bradley defense got to contain the dribble a little bit better.
Yeah, and Banks is one of those guys, a senior transfer from Southern Illinois, a guy that knows the league extremely well, runs the offense with efficiency, and gets his teammates set up there for an easy bucket. Dean downhill, left hand, no good. Great help by Foster to influence that shot.
No question. It seems like whenever Bradley's driving, the Redbirds are always there.
Banks through the screen, finds the roll late on Foster. Leons comes over to help, but Foster just goes right through Leon's chest and finishes.
It's just so physical when he catches that basketball. It was like he didn't even think Malavai was there.
Foster up to 5 points now after that field goal. Dean off the screen. Mid-range, operating a lot there tonight, unable to get that one to bounce in. ISU slowing it up here a little bit, getting the right play. Coach Peden calls it. Banks operates, dribble drives to the left. Step back, Leon sticks with him. Now 12 to shoot for the Redbirds. See if they can get a high screen, go downhill. It's Banks off the switch. 3-ball Poindexter, no good. Dean looks to get the rebound, but Foster's got too much size on him. Second chance opportunity for the Redbirds, and 3-ball is good. A back-breaking possession. We're going to have a loose ball foul as well on Malavai Leons. It's going to be his second. The three-pointer is good. And how about that possession for the Redbirds, Christoph?
Yeah, as we take a look at it again here on the replay. But Illinois State taking advantage of the second chance points that time. Wide open three. Coach Peden said it at half. This Bradley front line is tall. It's a high major front line. You've got to hit them, get bodies on them. They're doing it on offense too, because they are all over the place with their bigs tonight.
Well, ISU with an opportunity here for a big possession. Already 3 points on this trip. Looking to go for a quick twofer. Get it down low. Hickman guarding Foster. The double comes. Poindexter extra pass to Banks. Corner 3-ball, no good. Offensive rebound once again. And a potential 6-point possession, no good. Foster sticks with it. And 4 Bradley players able to get it out of Foster's hands as Linky bringing it down.
Well, Foster dominated that whole last 2 possessions right there alone with his pass. All right, Richard Davis.
Davis.
Passing, his rebounding. keeping plays alive and then drawing that foul there. Christian Davis answers real quick, though.
A big three-pointer for the Braves. Much needed. Their third make from downtown this game. And Davis gets the Braves within a bucket. ISU looking for an answer. Foster down low. Another second chance opportunity. Brings it down. Davis keeps the play alive. He's touching the ball while out of bounds, it looks like. And we're going to get a loose ball foul, actually. Yeah.
Okay.
A trip on Lewis.
Well, they're certainly scrapping here as we go to the media, yeah.
And guess what? They're scoring points. We knew it was going to happen. We knew it was going to happen. 15 points here quick out of the first half, 4 minutes. You got ISU with an early lead here in the second half, 30-28.
Deals, they can switch off, they can guard guards because of how well they move laterally. But they also, what won't show up, they change shots. They change the way you have to attack this team. End of shot clock situations, they can guard guards on ball screens. And then we try to shoot over them. We've seen it a few times tonight. If they don't block it, they're going to change the shot where you're going to miss it.
Yeah, and tonight, kind of missing so far contributions from those guys. A combined 7 points, 5 rebounds, only 1 steal, no block shots. So the Braves need those two to get going, as well as Christian Davis. That three, no good, but there's Leon's just when we were calling for it. Offensive rebound, opportunity to go back up, and misses. He's going to stick here with the Braves.
And Malavi Leon's, that's what he does. Like you talked about it. Now, an offensive rebound does show up on the stat sheet, but Davis misses a wide open look. He gets it back, and now you get another possession. That's the stuff that's important and what wins you game.
Hickman to the corner, Dean. 11 seconds to operate here for the Braves offense. Linky to Davis. Mid-range jumper, bounce it no good, and Foster has been an absolute beast on the boards now. A dozen rebounds for Miles Foster.
I mean, and he's not that tall either, man. He just goes in there and he competes. He gives 100% every time down, and he's got a nose for the basketball.
Kinzinger working a little mid-range. Saw that from Jon Diener a couple of times tonight, and that's just a heads-up play there from a freshman guard. Understanding you got the defender on the back hip, you feel that pressure, go up and shoot, get swiped from behind, and get an opportunity to go to the line.
No question about it. Duke knows better than that. He's got to be, away from him. He can't get in his area. And Coach Wardle's saying the same thing right now, that Duke's had that foul happen to him tonight, and he hasn't got the call.
We talked about Johnny Kinzinger at the beginning of the broadcast, but Christoph, I'd like to just take a little bit of a deeper dive into some of the analytics and his tremendous run here. We talk about the last 3 games, a guy who is just absolutely tearing the cover off the ball. You see him make both free throws. Obviously 31 points against Indiana State, a guy who's shooting over 40% from 3 as well too. And from a freshman to get those minutes, once you're inserted in the starting lineup, I mean, how big of a boost is that?
Oh, it's tremendous for your team and certainly from your coaching staff. Great shot by Jon Diener. But the kid oozes with confidence. He knows he's good. He's got a high IQ. He's a very good athlete, better than what people are going to think when they look at him. And he can shoot the basketball, he can pass, he can dribble. He has all the intangibles. That's why he's had so much success.
Yeah, and Kinzinger has the confidence of his teammates as well, too. Is one of the things that the players and the media have been saying the last couple of weeks. As you see, Jon Diener knocks down the 3. Kinzinger just talking about him, drives to the lane, throws that one away. Bradley's got numbers, a quick 2-on-4. Dean, the shot fake. Extra pass to Hickman, pass up the layup, get the 3, no good. Great extra effort there from Malavi Leon's, tipping it in, plus the foul.
And you're going to get a 3-point chance out of it anyways, but you kind of see the Golden State Warriors effect there. In a transition 2-on-1, 3-on-1, and went for a 3, pulled it out. Good job by Illinois State, actually, defensively on that, but nice job by Leon's.
And coming out of this break, gonna have Malavi Leon's going to the free throw line. Bradley takes the lead, 33-32 over IS. Get another look at this last possession. This is one of the few times Bradley's actually got out in transition tonight, and you see the second chance and hustle points there from Malavi Leon's.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what they need. That's his second offensive rebound in the last 3 or 4 possessions. Finding ways to score when you're not making shots is always key. It's pivotal, and it's been a staple of Brian Wardle's program since he's been here at Bradley. Crash the offensive glass, create baskets by getting those extra second chance points.
Yeah, and that's what gets the crowd enthused on their feet, and we heard the crowd come to life there. Yeah. It was a good time for a timeout, rather right there for ISU to kind of calm the storm a little bit. Leon's able to convert the old-fashioned 3-point play. And Bradley out to their biggest lead, believe it or not, at 2 now, 34-32.
Well, you kind of talked about it. You know, no one's going on a run this game. And if that continues, whoever does go on that 7-8-0 run in a low-scoring game, that could be the team that comes out on top.
Yeah, without a doubt. ISU jumped out to the quick 8-2 lead. And since that point, really, it's been a lot of back and forth. You see Kinziger, nice pass underneath. Davis gets it to Walker. And how about the minutes from Chase Walker off of the bench? 4 points from Walker, but he's been a beast in terms of keeping plays alive and hustle plays and offensive rebounds as well.
They've done a tremendous job in the interior of doing that. And he's done a good job. You see him again there, you know, kind of using head fakes. He's very good around the basket. He knows where his defenders are at. He knows where he's at.
Darius Hannah unable to convert on the first one, sticks with it. And we're going to get a foul here on the second attempt. We're going to have Walker. That's going to be his third. And it sends Darius Hannah to the line for 2.
And that's a good play. If Bradley can keep getting Hannah and Leon's the ball inside and get these big guys in foul trouble, maybe to back them off just a little bit, because their physicality and aggression has really dictated this thing being the way it is.
And Darius Hannah, see him knock down the first free throw, comes into the game shooting 63% from the free throw line. Second chance here now for a free throw. Almar Atlason checks back in for Christian Davis. And Davis is a player who Bradley needs to get going tonight. 1 for 6 from behind the arc, unable to knock down a big clip, but Darius Hannah gets the second free throw to go, and Bradley comes up with the full court pressure.
We've seen this work all year for the Braves, and even earlier tonight, just slow things up a little bit, give the Redbirds a different look.
And it falls back into a zone here as well, too. 1-2-2 little zone as Kinziger looks to operate, drive the seam there, give it to Walker. 10 to shoot now. Banks is operating. Leon's guards. A little physicality there. They're going to guard. They're going to call the reach in on Malavai.
Malavai just got his hands on him right there. Again, we said earlier how good he is moving his feet. But sometimes those quick guards, they'll get you here and there.
And that's the reigning defensive player of the year in the Missouri Valley Conference, picking up his third foul. So Leons goes to the bench. Here comes Connor Hickman in for Leons. You can hear Coach Wardle not pleased with that call. Off the screen, it's Kinziger. It's in there, touches every part of the rim around the world and goes in. And Johnny Kinziger starting to heat up a little bit now. The first Redbird into double-digit scoring with 10. Darius Hannah the blow by, unable to get that one to go. Second chance, no good as well. And here come the Redbirds out in transition.
Well, he pulled the chair out on him on that one. Good job. He didn't want to pick up a fourth foul.
That's right.
He was beat, and Hannah thought he could rely on his body and pulled the chair out on him. Good play by Walker.
Kinziger getting downhill. Nice extra pass outside into the corner. It's Davis. Look at the high post. It's Foster. Tight defense by Atlason. Foster spins through the contacts. Got 3 on him. Hannah gets the steal. Pulls it away. Braves have numbers. Hickman. Drive. Atlason. 3-pointer in the air. It's good. Big shot. Almar Atlason knocking down the 3 for his first bucket of the game.
And a transition 3, finally, Matt. They get one of those. Bradley's been so good at them all year, and they finally get one to fall tonight.
It gets the Bradley fans fired up. Kinziger going one-on-one with Dean. Coming off a screen. He's got Walker on the roll instead. Stop and pop jumper, no good. Walker, another offensive rebound. Allison with the board.
Good job by Allison blocking out there. Good job by Hannah making him score over length, too.
Baseball pass, Dean in the corner to Hickman, around the horn, back to Dean, 3-pointer, no good. Felt like that was a big moment for the Braves. ISU, another opportunity here. A bucket to tie, a 3-pointer takes the lead. It's going back and forth here, Christoph.
Man, it sure is, and that felt like right there, like if they could just get that one, the lid would come off the roof here.
Nonetheless, ISU with an opportunity, 11 to operate. It's Banks with the screen and roll. They've hedged off. A rough shot there from Banks. Bradley's going to get an opportunity here. Running the floor is Hannah, and Hickman just leads him too much for the careless turnover. But a back and forth ball game here at Carver Arena. Bradley and ISU taking turns with the lead right now. It's the Braves with a 2-point advantage. You're watching the Valley on ESPN.
Game 15 is his career high. Obviously the transfer from Monmouth, but when he played at Brooks School in Massachusetts, he led his team to an 88-11 overall record that included a state title in 4 years. Back to you, Matt.
Thank you, Luke. Yeah, obviously a guy who comes from some winning programs. And Christoph, we've talked about Bradley being a winning program as well, too. When you bring a guy like Miles Foster, who's had success at his previous stops, and you see his tenacity that he plays with. You talked about it. He's 6'7", but he's playing out there like he's 6'10", 6'11", and it just instills a lot of confidence within the rest of your team, right?
Oh, no question. And when you get transfers, you want to bring guys in who have won and know how to win, because their daily habits will carry over and help your team out as a whole.
Yeah, without a doubt. Foster, tremendous game tonight. He's got position here on Linky. Could go one-on-one. Here comes the help. Spins through it. Great patience. And they're going to get a walk instead, picking up the pivot foot. And Foster does not like that call.
Not one bit. I mean, he was extremely physical on that. Maybe that was a makeup for the travel they missed earlier. But certainly he went through the chest of Connor Link on that one. But they got him for the walk first.
Yeah, that's a tough one. They've been letting the players play.
Yeah.
I give the referees a lot of credit for that one as well, too. So Foster probably with a little bit to be upset about. Nonetheless, back to Bradley after the turnover. And see if the Braves can come up with a good look. Run it through Linky. The flare for Hickman. Here's the screen from Linky. Hickman with the switch. Goes one-on-one. Mid-range jumper, no good. Kinzinger the board.
And again, if you're Illinois State, you want that. A deep contested two. That's a shot you want. And the shot they got. And back-to-back turnovers. You want that if you're the Bradley Braves.
Yeah, Kinzinger gets to the lane looking for that spin and a shot. With some physicality here, too, with Atlison and Davis. And Kinzinger is going to get called for the travel. 10 minutes to go here in Peoria. Going to come down to the wire. Bradley with a narrow 2-point lead, a back-and-forth affair all night. Hickman gets downhill, kicks it out to the corner. Leons back to Hickman, wide open three-pointer, no good. Foster another rebound, his 13th of the game.
And another great look there from a very good shooter. That just didn't fall. And the lid continues to go. And Bradley, just stay with what you're doing. Keep grinding it out, grinding it out.
Yeah, Hickman shoots over 40% from three-point lane. He's 1 for 6 this evening. Poindexter also a notable three-point shooter as well. That one was deep, no good. And Hickman with the board, pushing the tempo. Running downhill to Leons. Bradley resets, looking to get into their offensive rhythm. Leons goes one-on-one on Lewis, blow by. It's a good foul by Lewis, otherwise it would have been a wide open layup.
No doubt about it. We've seen that Illinois State do that 3 or 4 times tonight, where they fouled a guy earlier or before when they know they've been beat, or when Walker pulled the chair out on Hannah tonight, and it's paid dividends.
Yeah, good coaching there too as well. Let your guys know, hey, take that foul. We're fine with that. Let's get back into our defensive set and play defense for 20 seconds here on the baseline out of bounds. Leons comes off the screen, wide open three from the wing. Early in the shot clock, he says no matter. Knocked that one down, and a much-needed three-pointer for the Braves.
No question about it, and it's a 5-point lead now, and the way this game is gone, a 5-point lead feels like a 10-point lead.
Without a doubt, it's Bradley's biggest lead of the evening. Redbirds looking for an answer. Recycle it up top. Poindexter gets the screen from Walker. Davis drives on Leons, knocked away. And it's going to go the other way. A turnover from Johnny Davis. Great defensive intensity by Malvi Leons there.
Well, that's now 3 turnovers and 3 possessions for Illinois State caused by Bradley. You're seeing Bradley again, veteran team, been in these kind of games. They're trying to enforce their will here on their home floor. And right now it's working. 8:50 left. This game could go either way right now.
Yeah, without a doubt. And it's been a big turnaround from Bradley. 4 for 9 from 3 in this half, getting closer to their season average. You see a nice little 2-man game here. Hannah, stop and pop jumper, no good, bounces out. ISU with a chance here now to get it within a possession. Kick it out to Davis. And you see if Redbirds can get Kinzinger going. There was a little 3-minute span there. He kind of took over the game. Going to get an opportunity to work one-on-one here off the switch. It's Dean guarding him. Outside to Davis. Stop pop mid-range jumper. Birch with the contest, and now opportunity to take it in the transition. Looking for the lob to Hannah. Climbs over the back of Davis, and Kinzinger's going to bring it up. Coach Peen wants to slow it down a little bit.
Good decision there. Birch just get a little ahead of himself on that end. Great steal and comes down. He gets, as a freshman, throws it away right there. Good defensive play by the Redbirds.
And now this possession, Extremely short for the Redbirds. 8 to work now. Kick it out top to Poindexter. Looks up at the shot clock. Knows he's got to go. Drives right at Hannah. Baseline. Spin. Bounce out. No good. Duke Deen pushing the pace. Kicks it out to the corner. Almar Allison. Three-pointer's good. A big shot from Almar Allison. Pushing the lead up to 8.
And that's Allison's second transition three, and the second time Duke Deen's found him on that. He does a great job running the floor, getting to a spot. Great job by Bradley converting on that.
Yeah, and that's all Duke Deen pushing that one-man fast break there. ISU does not pick up the shooter in transition. Almar Allison makes him pay. Second triple of the game. And again, just 9 to work here for the Redbirds. Kinzinger, tough shot. Duke Deen sticks with it. And the Braves looking for their first double-digit lead of the night. Deen sizing up Poindexter. Gonna kick it out to Birch. Get the offense set up. Deen to Hannah. Kasuki guarding Hannah. Kick it out. Deen open for a second. Looking for Allison in the corner. Deflection by Davis. Gonna stick with Bradley. But a big run here from the Braves. Gets them out to a big lead now. It's their biggest lead of the game at 8. 45 to 37. The Braves have the advantage over the Redbirds thanks to plays like this from Duke Deen. Almar Allison in the corner three.
Traditional post game, he's good in pick and roll. There's a lot of things you can do to use him as a coach to make him effective, and Coach Wardle and the staff have certainly done that.
One of the things that I think is overlooked about his tremendous season last year is played and started in every single game and guarded the other team's best player. Defensive player of the year, leads the league in blocks, steals, up there in rebounds, didn't foul out once.
That's an incredible, that's almost a skill. You talk about that. We see Zach Edey do that over at Purdue at 7'4", people going at him. He doesn't foul out. That is a learned skill. Malvi Leons is on that same plane when it comes to that. That's for sure.
And Bradley's offense has really woke up here in the last 3 to 4 minutes, extending this lead to 8. Let's see if they can keep it going here. Deen downhill on the baseline, looking into the post instead of skip to Leons. Tees him up for the three, no good. And that would have got Bradley's lead to 11. Instead, ISU now with an opportunity to claw themselves back into this one.
We talked about that 8:50 mark. Which way this game was going to go? Was ISU going to get closer, or was it going to extend? It's only extended by 3 more points as it's 8. But right now, buckets are very hard to come. 8 seems like a lot more.
Yeah, Poindexter unable to get that 3 ball to go, just short. Now Bradley, opportunity to run a little bit more clock. Deen, uncontested fadeaway jumper, no good. Rebound, it's Foster. Now his 14th of the night.
Foster just been a man on those boards tonight for the Redbirds.
He's been really everywhere, actually, and got to give him a lot of credit for fighting down low with the Bradley bigs for the majority of the night. Him and Lewis and Walker off the bench as well have been excellent. And they're going to reward him potentially here, Foster, but instead a good help side defense rotation by Darius Hannah to knock that one away.
No doubt. Good job by Hannah being able to get there and knock it away. It was could have had a little more on it, but certainly a good job sealing by Foster, but Hannah ruined that play.
Redbirds in dire need of a field goal. They haven't scored a field goal since the 13-minute mark. So 0 field goals in the last 7+ minutes. Lewis with the opportunity to get that one to go, but bounces off, and here come the Braves.
Another great quality possession by Bradley on defense here. That's who you want shooting a contested 3 at the end of the shot.
And when you need a play, how about that from Dalton Banks? Great deflection. Looks like he's going to have a wide open lay-in. But Deen with a smart foul at half court to keep him from going in for the easy uncontested bucket.
Yeah, no question. Duke Deen there, vet play. Makes a mistake, doesn't compound it, fouls a guy right away, and it's going to be a dead ball out of bounds.
Yeah, getting our look here. Great play by Banks to play the passing lane here. And as you said, Christoph, a smart senior foul there by Duke Deen to stop the transition. ISU in need of a bucket. 7+ minutes since a field goal. And they trail by 8 with 5 minutes to go. Bradley coming out to a little bit of a zone here, 1-2-2. ISU recognizes, gets it high post to Foster. 6 to shoot. Foster takes Leons. Birch helps. Nice shot fake. Gonna have to go up. Kasuki for 3, no good. And Hickman the rebound.
And the offensive woes continue to mount up for Illinois State here. Oh, that's a tough illegal screen.
Yeah, gonna have a moving screen by Darius Hannah. And Coach Wardle says, hey, we do this pretty much every play. And Darius Hannah coming over and have a word here, take another look.
Well, I think what happened was Hickman, he had his arms out. He wasn't set really, but Hickman did a little hesitation. Hannah moved, and it became like, uh-oh, I got to call this type moment.
Bradley falls back into the zone again. Get it high post to Foster, looking for the high-low. Bounces it off of Hannah's leg. Going to recycle that shot clock back to 20. And that's stick with the Redbirds.
That's a good adjustment by Bradley. We saw earlier in the game, Matt, you talked about it, that high-low Illinois State had going for it. That time they're rotating quicker, knocked it out of bounds.
Redbirds operating, kick it to the corner. Kasuki, shot fake, drive off Hannah. Behind a block shot, gonna get a jump ball.
I mean,
and
he got
Bradley
all that
faithful,
one.
my goodness.
Yeah.
Want to get another look at that one at the help side defense on the blow by. Looked like it's gonna be easy bucket, and Hannah says not today. 10 to shoot for the Redbirds. Get it into Foster. Kinzinger gets downhill. Look to kiss it off the glass. No good. Foster keeps that one alive. His ties a career high for the most rebounds in the game. And Malavi Leon says, get that out of here.
And Connor Hickman crashed down and cracked the heck out of Foster, and it still didn't matter. He came out with that ball between 4 white uniforms, but the length of Malavi Leon is able to throw that out of bounds.
And about 6 minutes ago, we were talking about the SWAT team being quiet tonight. Yeah. They must have heard us because there's 2 huge blocks, first by Hannah, then by Leons. Instead, it stays with the Redbirds, same possession. Banks gets into the paint, gets that one, flips it up and in, and end the scoring drought from the field goal. Their first field goal for the Redbirds since the 12:55 mark. And that's a much-needed bucket from ISU to get within 6.
Oh, no doubt about it. Great job, great pace by Dalton Banks. Good balance and patience to finish that.
Hickman, skip pass, corner to Atlason. Draws the contact off the glass. Kiss it, no good. But Almar Atlason is going to earn a trip to the free throw line. And that's going to happen right after this commercial break, our final break of the night. Almar Atlason going to the free throw line with the Braves. A 6-point lead over Illinois State and the battle for 74. You're watching the Valley on ESPN. Welcome back to Peoria. Bradley with a 45-39 lead over Illinois State. And tonight's Blue Cross Blue Shield player of the game, Malavi Leons.
Malavi's done a little bit of everything tonight for the Braves. Hasn't had a normal scoring prowess, but no one on his team has. But he's still got some big-time offensive rebounds and a small stretch there in the second half that helped get Bradley this lead. Played great defense and then had some timely scoring as well.
Yeah, without a doubt, Malavi Leons, tonight's player of the game, sponsored by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois. Almar Atlason with a nice shot fake and take to the rack just before this break to stop the last passage of play. Gonna get the opportunity to go to the line for 2 free throws here. First one is good. And Atlason has really been a spark plug tonight for the Braves. Just his 7th point there on this free throw, 8 in the hopper here. But Christoph, 2 huge 3-pointers from the Braves when they really needed some buckets have really got Bradley going the right direction.
Yeah, and you add in the fact they were both in transition and the fact that they were 3-pointers when Bradley struggled to make those tonight was a big factor. And both either got them back within a point or extended a lead up at a crucial time.
Well, the Redbirds down by 7. Banks gets downhill into the paint. Defense sags. Kinzinger 3-ball no good. And we're going to get a out of bounds on Foster, looks like, when he gets the opportunity for the rebound.
Yep.
And Bradley gets it back.
Looks like he just tried to, while he was corralling it, just dribbled it out. 7-point lead here with 3:30 left. And what's been a rock'em sock'em game is certainly going to be a very tough lead to overcome.
And Coach Peden said, guys, got to get a stop here. Big possession here for the Redbirds. Bradley looking to go inside for Malavi Leons. Gets the matchup he wants. Backs down the defender. It's Kasuki. Bounce pass inside to Linke. Great gather by Linke. And maybe going to have a kick. Excuse me, it might have been a foul, actually. Yeah, they're going to get a foul on Foster.
It's going to be on the floor, obviously, so it's going to be a baseline out of bounds. We're not in the bonus yet, but good action by Bradley on the post split there. Leon was able to get it, double came, found Link. Help was there, wasn't a clean pass, clean catch, led to a foul.
Inbounds to Atlason. 16 to shoot. Hickman, beautiful play, great screen by Hannah, but Connor Hickman can't get the three ball to go tonight. We mentioned a 40% three-point shooter. Connor Hickman now this evening, only 1 for 7 from 3. Lewis able to get into the lane, a lot of contact on that, slides across the paint, no good. And that was an early shot in the clock as well, too. And ISU wants that one back.
I think the SWAT team, Darius Hannah's appearance right there, completely changed the trajectory of what he was trying to do on that shot.
Definitely influenced that one. Maybe don't get anything in the stats there, but definitely had a big part to play with that miss. And they're going to reward him with a post touch here. Sizes up the defender. Out to Dean. Step back jumper. How about that by Dean? Unable to get it to go. That was a little hot sauce.
Yeah, no doubt. Really good offense, really good defense as well. Bradley moved it. Illinois State stayed disciplined, forced a tough shot.
Kinzinger looking to get the ball inside. Hannah, great rotation to knock that one away. And allows Bradley to set their defense.
Good job by Darius Hannah there, getting over just like you said. Set D, 23 in the shot clock here, 7-point game. Important possession for the Redbirds.
Yeah, Redbirds need a bucket without a doubt. They go inside to Foster. It's been their calling card all evening. And the double team is going to induce a foul here. And Foster is not going to go to the free throw line. That's team foul number 6 on the Braves. You get another look at the help side defense by Leons. They're going to get Allison with the foul.
I think they're just going to say he was in the restricted area and didn't jump, but he wasn't going up for a shot.
Nonetheless, Foster to the line. They're going to say it was a shooting foul, and Foster knocks down the first free throw. A good break here for the Redbirds, without a doubt.
I'm guessing they're saying he was going up when Leons knocked the ball out and counting that as a field goal attempt.
Foster looking to take advantage. Opportunity to get it to 5-point deficit. Bounce it no good, Hannah the board. And now if you're the Braves, Christoph, it's that delicate situation. Are you running time? Are you taking your first good look? What are you drawing up here?
I think you're going to your most experienced and best players here. I think you're looking to get a good shot. If you get a layup early, you take it. But I think you're looking to maybe get a good one at the end of the shot clock within 10 seconds.
Dean
like
off
that.
the double screen, off the flare. Allison, three ball. Hannah skies in for the rebound. What an effort there.
And the irony of that, that's what's kept Illinois State in this game. And Darius Hannah and the Braves giving Illinois State a taste of their own medicine with that O-line.
And now an opportunity for Bradley to get a second chance. Hickman behind the back. Great hands by Lewis. Gets on the floor. Dean is going to have to chuck this. 2 to go. And he's not going to get it off. Great defensive possession there from the Redbirds. And both teams are really fighting for this one right now. Hannah keeps the play alive. Lewis comes in and flies around. Great possession all around.
It was a microcosm of this whole game in one possession right there. You saw it with the offensive rebound. Mason Lewis diving for the loose ball. Everyone getting that, getting after it, and the defensive rotations being on point.
Now this game has been a productive struggle. Bradley averages 76 points per game. ISU 67. We are operating the 40s with 75 seconds to go. The Redbirds need a bucket. Down by 6. Kick it out to Kinzinger off of Leons. Kicks it out. Kasubki wide open. 3 ball no good. Foster trying to keep it alive. Hannah keeps it alive. We got people all over the place. Another deflection out to Foster. Redbirds need a bucket. Banks operating. 50 seconds to go on the game clock. And a beautiful floater. Dalton Banks throws that one in. A much-needed bucket from the Redbirds, and Coach Peta calls timeout.
No doubt, but it gives us a chance to catch our breath real quick. A rock-em sock-em game. There's Leons with his long arms. Again, that's why he's Defensive Player of the Year. Little plays like that. But then it gives Bradley a chance to reset. But Dalton Banks, very good basketball player, goes in, able to score on Darius Hannah right there.
And you know what? We talked about Banks and his senior leadership, his experience in this league. And when you need somebody to come up with a big play, how about the guy who's played in this league for 4 years? He's calm, cool, collected. A beautiful floater there by Banks. And Bradley with now a 4-point lead, 49.6 seconds to go. And Coach Wardle's wondering what his team's got to do here in the last 50 seconds to come up with the victory.
Yeah, this is one of those where 50 seconds can seem like an eternity. And I think Bradley's going to come down here. I wouldn't be surprised to see Illinois State maybe run some kind of token pressure, but the Braves are going to get this thing in, run a set play, run it down. A basket here really changes, the possible long-term outcome of this game.
And this is all game and clock management at this point.
That's
if you're
right.
Illinois State, there's no need to foul. Foul is terrible here. You know, don't allow Bradley to get to the free throw line and put more points on the clock with the scoreboard rather with the clock stop. Come down, get a stop, and you got an opportunity with 20 seconds, down 4. But Bradley, a bucket here would be massive. It's going to be Duke bringing it up, and here comes a trap by Kazuki. Looking for a pass down the floor, and that's what Bradley did not want.
No.
Drawn up perfectly by ISU.
Yes.
Now down 4. Here comes Banks. An uncharacteristic turnover from Dean. Kicking out to the corner, it's Kissinger. Out top, Kazuki for 3. It's good!
That is a big shot. Illinois State has battled all game, and now it's going to be on the Braves with under 30 seconds left. Take care of the basketball, be strong with it, and then make your one-and-one when you get to the line.
How about the shot from Luke Kazuki? He's had a couple of looks tonight. Just a moment ago, about 45 seconds ago, had a 3-ball in the air. No good. And the tenacity there to step up and knock down that shot. A huge bucket for the Redbirds. His first field goal of the night. Couldn't come at a better time.
No, absolutely. And I think this is a terrific game we're seeing here tonight. I like you call it a productive struggle, Matt. That's exactly what this game has been. Very good basketball game. Ugly, depending on your point of view. But to a basketball purist, you really like what you're seeing.
But put the coaching hat on, Christoph. 27.5 seconds left. Now, this is a situation Illinois State's going to have to apply some pressure. Obviously, the shot clock's off. Down by 1. If you're Coach Peden, what are you telling your guys here? You're trying to get some pressure to get a steal. Otherwise, you're going to have to foul.
Well, I think with this much time left, you're going to run that same press. Don't let anyone get behind you to give up a layup or a dunk, right? Run that same type of press. See if you can't get a steal. If it gets under 20 seconds, then go ahead and foul. Get them to 1-1. Right now it's 6-6, so it's not like a situation where you got to get 3 or 4 to get them up there. So I think wait maybe, try to get a steal, clean one. Can't do it, 20 seconds left or so, foul.
And if you're Bradley right now, the message is we have to take care of the basketball. A missed shot is significantly better than a turnover. And we saw, obviously, at Illinois State, the opportunity, the points off the turnover from Kazuki with the 3-pointer comes off of a uncharacteristic pass from Duke Dean trying to make a play, and Lewis with the nice steal.
Absolutely. It was very well drawn up defensively, and Duke Dean just made one mistake right there, and the Redbirds made him pay for it.
Connor Hickman is going to inbound the ball here. And the Carver Arena fans are trying to get into this one to get the Braves across the line. Hickman looking for some help. Dean not available. Leons gets the pass. Lewis potentially ties him up, but Davis gets the ball on across half court. And now a foul by Kazuki.
And very well done by Illinois State there. Now the tie-up, I believe the possession still would have gone to the Braves, but nonetheless you moved the arrow. But Bradley took care of the basketball. Christian Davis crossed half court. Illinois State didn't waste time extending the game, fouling right away.
And the composure there from Leons. It looked like he was trapped underneath his own hoop when Lewis came in, but fights through it, able to get the ball to Davis. And now this is going to be a 1-and-1 opportunity for Christian Davis coming into tonight. An 84% free throw shooter, rather. The first one is a big one, and it is down and in. An opportunity for the bonus.
And again, here's another veteran guy who's not shot the ball well tonight, but has a chance to, put some distance between the Braves and the Redbirds.
The second one is huge, makes it a 3-point game. It's up and in, and now ISU with 1 timeout left, 20.5 seconds to go, and the Carver Arena faithful are on their feet. One stop and it's game over. ISU, can they find a tie?
Token pressure from the Braves. Timeout. Good job by Bradley there. Just wasted 6 seconds for Illinois State to get something off.
And a timeout, the final one for Coach Peden and the Redbirds. 14 seconds left, down by 3. If you would have told him that, before the game, have an opportunity to come up with a big play late to salvage this game, I mean, he would have taken it without a doubt. And this has been, salvage is the incorrect word there. This has been back and forth.
Yeah.
ISU's been in this all night, and now a golden opportunity to come up, draw up your best play, and tie the ball game.
No question. You said, Illinois State, I think, was a big underdog in this game. On the road, a team that had beat them pretty bad when they played the first time on their home floor. They've came out, they've played hard, they've been resilient, they've stuck to their game plan, and they put themselves in a position to try to win this game, and that's all you can ask for when you're on the road down at a big underdog.
Without a doubt. And now it's next, the situation is who are you drawing the play up for? Obviously, Kinzinger has kind of led the team recently, and Poindexter's a great three-point shooter as well. So you're trying to draw up a play for your best shooter, and if you're Bradley, do you consider a foul here up 3?
Yeah, absolutely, and I think that's something Coach Wardle might do, but you don't want to do it probably until under 5 seconds. There's different strategies on that, different points of view. We'll see what Bradley goes with here, but you're switching everything, and with Bradley's length and ability to guard 5 positions, they can do that.
So let's set the scene. 14 seconds left. ISU ball down by 3. The Braves with a 3-point advantage. Bradley does not have a foul to give. The next foul would put the Redbirds into 1 and the bonus. And it's going to be Luke Kazuki inbounding the ball here. Malavi Leons with the pressure. And get it out to Kinzinger. 12 seconds. Screen, Foster. It's still Kinzinger. Get it to the corner. Poindexter, the 3 ball to tie. No good rebound. Kazuki, 3 to go. In the air. No good. Bradley's going to hold on.
And great defense. We got a foul call. Let's see if they're going to say it was before the time. Nope. Good, but great defense by Bradley, contesting both without fouling. And this one's over. What a great game we saw tonight, Matt.
A great defensive stop here from the Braves late. ISU gets a couple of good looks. You see, get another look here, Christoph. Walk us through this.
So they get the initial look. Hickman with a great defensive. Christian Davis does an even better job on the offensive rebound, keeping his arms high so he cannot foul, as you see here. The reload's up, no good. And Atlason and the Braves just do a good job. Just knock the ball up, cause chaos, let the time run out.
And that is a big one for the Braves for obvious reasons. It's a huge win for the Braves, obviously getting them another victory, 1 step closer to a first-round bye. But it's also career victory 250 for Brian Wardle. So a milestone win and an I-74 rivalry that goes down to the wire. Christoph, you got to give ISU a ton of credit for, sticking within this game. Obviously had the lead throughout the night. Bradley, though, just too much at the end. A big offensive outburst really was the difference late.
Yeah, the little mini run that Bradley made was a huge difference. But also, I think the veteran presence and the home court advantage was huge as well. That was able to put Bradley over the top. Illinois State had a terrific game plan. These kids played their butts off. They deserve all the credit in the world. The coaches deserve all the credit in the world. And unfortunately, if you're Illinois State, just came up a little bit short, but a lot to go off of.
Without a doubt, a tremendous basketball game here tonight in the Valley. It's Bradley with a 48-45 victory over Illinois State to sweep the I-74 series this season. Now, on behalf of my partner, Christoph Kendrick, Luke Kotcher on the sidelines, everybody in our truck and our production did a tremendous job tonight. Signing off from Carver Arena, Matt McLean with the call. Bradley 48, ISU 45. This has been a production of Missouri Valley Conference on ESPN.